Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everybody. We're going to find out in just a second. They've just published something on the app. There's a new post on the app saying join the test server. As soon as the website's working, we'll know. Hello. Yes, we're gonna know like in a couple of minutes. As soon as the website is up, as soon as they fix the website, we're gonna know. You're gonna know with me right here. As you can see, we've killed the website. You can't log into the game. Well. That's too bad. It's too bad you can't log in, J. I'm sorry. That really sucks. That really sucks that you can't log in, bro. Really sucks that you can't log in. No, it's today. It's definitely today. There was no hello sound, was there? Maybe I just didn't hear it. Was there a hello sound? Hello, everybody. Let me try that hello redeem. I don't know if I heard it.
Hello.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. We good. All right. Hello, everybody. But yes, we definitely are getting news as soon as the website's working, dude. Hello, everybody. Hello. Share my macor. You hacked Tibia. Damn right. Stop it. Hello, Kikero. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
We've killed the server. We've killed the server. Come on. Work, please. This is so sad. I'm not going to be talking about guides today, okay? Don't ask me about a level 400 to 600 MS guide. This is not what today is about. Today is about the damn test server and rebalance. Test server is on. Join the test server. Just receive the message on the app. Yep. I don't think it's gonna actually be. You're not gonna be able to join the test server today. It's gonna be information about when the test server will be available. I hope they also share some information about what is going to be on the test server rather than just the date. But we're gonna see in a minute. Hello, Nicola. Hello. They posted rebalance info before the site went down. You posted it. I don't know. I don't see it, Gershon. Is it confirmed that we'll have news? Yes. I mean, yesterday, what's his name? Liamas said that there's going to be news, and there's already, if you've got the app on the phone, there already was a post about 5 minutes ago from Tipsoft. So I joined the test server, legit confirmed by many people. It's just people can't access it because the website is down. But yes, it's today. What is the problem? 1,000, I don't know, like 10,000 people refreshing the website, killing the server. That's the problem right now. Testers rebalance. The test server will be for the rebalance, yeah, but it's not going to be up just yet, I don't think. Literally, as I promise you, as soon as this website here that you're watching right now, there, as soon as that works and refreshes, we're going to have information about the test server. It's already like been published. It's just that the website is down. Hey, chatter. No, the test server won't be up just yet today, though. Good morning. Hello. Good morning, Rick. Info about the rebalance. Yeah, it's going to be info about the rebalance. It's going to be like, when is the test server going to be live, etc. Do I have the Tibia observer? No, but there's a bunch of people on my. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh no. Okay, there's Grimeleech trolling me. Stop it, Grimeleech. I can see in the Discord he's trying to troll me. Mute Discord. Yeah, well. Yeah, I kind of do want to mute it, but then I want to keep open. Let me see if I can mute this. Mute server. All right, mute server until I turn it back on. Hopefully that'll do it. I keep refreshing, dude. Keep refreshing. Show them leaks from Gershon. Yeah. Do you stream with browser sound on? Yeah. Sure. I have just desktop audio. The only different thing I have is I have specific track for Spotify so that it doesn't get sent to YouTube, right? Because then I get copyright striked. We need more people refreshing the website. Exactly. Everybody get in there. Everybody get in there and refresh. Whoa! Whoa, that was different for a second. I didn't quite catch what that was about. I control every audio input. Yeah, I know you could. I just I don't know. I don't like it. It's too much faffing, you know? Then I always miss something. So nah, I just have a default audio minus Spotify. That's all. The website will not start working today. It will. Any minute now, and then we're gonna know. Do you know physical PS on the weapon proficiency effects? They won't charm damage. I believe it does not. I believe they specifically made an exception that it doesn't affect charms. Where is hello? I disabled it so people wouldn't spam it, I think. Yeah, I disabled it because we're going to be probably doing some recording for YouTube as part of this stream once we have the information. So I disabled some of the more annoying sound redeems. Hey, Arecki. Yeah, okay, that one is annoying. I thought I disabled that one. All right, that's it. The fart isn't too bad. I've increased the prices so much. How do you have so many points to keep redeeming these? My God. All right, where's the Otakuyu Bobs? Okay, that one's gone. Oh, the Clown the Streamer. I think 2 people redeemed Clown the Streamer at the same time. And it cancelled the sound. Oh my God. We're not doing 100 places today. Ali, today we're looking at the test server news. Any minute. About why the client is down. I know some of you can't log in. That's because the server started after immediately after the patch. God damn it. The server went down because people keep refreshing the website and stuff, okay? I'm keep refreshing it. We're gonna know soon. You on Twitch as well, better than Kid? Gonna stay here? Yeah, I'm multi-streaming to free. Free platforms. Am I the only Kalanta online player? I don't think so. I can see a couple of people writing stuff in chat, but I'm guessing it's pretty dead. I can't check because the website's down, so I can't check how many players online. Let's check out Tice if there's anybody in here. Oh, there's a downtime. Oh, look, the website's kind of back. Free Fiendish Hunt. That's right. No one's going to be getting my fiends right now. There are 2 people in Depot. Oh, there's the Dicer managed to log in. The Dicer got in there. The Dicer got in there. He's not going to have much. Not going to have many clients today. Test servers are today? I don't think so. It's just news about the test server. He's not going to make his money today, bro. Let's check the website. Come on. It's literally the dice and like one more dude. How is it possible that you are in Tibia? I cannot log in because the servers were online for like 5-10 minutes at like 8:20 till 8:30. But then people killed the server, the login server, by refreshing the website 1,000 times, you know? Login is up. Hang on, let me check. Oh, you've got the news. There's news. Let me get it. Oh, you're all posting in chat. I want to get it on. Go on. 2 stages. Okay. And it's posted, but let me show it on the screen to everybody. Yes, there's going to be two 2 stages of the test server. I hope they post something else. But the stages will only last like 2 days each. 5th of May start. What day is that? Tuesday next week. Okay. The website's dead again, dude. The website's dead again. All right, let me just read it. Because from what you guys posted on chat. Oh, here we go. Come on. Give me the new sticker, bro. Come on. The test server will go live in 2 stages. The first stage will run from May 5th. Here we go. Go on. Load it. I hope this is not all the news we're getting today, by the way. Here we go. Let's read it. Dear Tibians, the moment has finally arrived. The test server period for the Vocation adjustments is just around the corner. Here is what we have planned for the test server schedule. The test servers... Let me zoom it in a bit, maybe. The test servers will go live in 2 stages. The first stage will run from May 5th, starting around 10 a.m., okay, to May 7th, ending around 4 p.m. Okay, so basically 2.5 days. The second stage will run from May 12th, starting around 10, to May 13th, ending around 16. A third test stage is possible. We will decide that depending on the situation. Okay, that's bullshit. This is like one of the biggest updates ever, and the test server they have planned for approximately 3.5 days, 4 days total, maybe. What? What the fuck is that? That is not enough, dude. That is not enough. Since the periods will be relatively short, we have decided to give all premium players the opportunity to join right from the start on May 5. Okay, this time the test will be exclusive to premium players, so free account players will not be able to participate. Shortly before the launch, we will share further information on the current status of each vocation, including an overview of the changes made to each one and the reasoning behind them. This means there's nothing else today. Is this it? Is this what we've been waiting for? They were supposed to share some details. That's appropriate. Give me more clowns. That is appropriate. We clowning those clowns, dude. What is this? Okay, too many clowns cancel each other out, apparently. This is bullshit, dude. I expected this bit here. Shortly before the launch, we will share further information on the current status of each vocation. This is what I expected today, bro. This is what we were waiting for today. What is this? This is bullshit. Okay, at least I know when the test server is, so at least I know to take vacation on the 5th and 6th, maybe even the 7th of May. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Maybe I'll take 3 days off work next week for that. And then there's going to be second stage from May 12th. That's the Tuesday after, right? May 12 until May 13. Do I take that May 12th off for the second stage? This is really bullshit, by the way. This is not very much time. Like, this is actually really bad. That means that they have decided what they want for their rebalance, by the way. These 2 stages, I think it means there's going to be not very many changes throughout the test server, dude. I really think there's not going to be very many changes. They're rushing this. Because they've got because 2 weeks after this, they're going to be starting the summer update test server. This is just a show test server to say they have listened when they probably haven't. Yeah, could be. Similar to Monk release? Monk had, didn't Monk have 3 stages? It had like the low level stage from like, New Haven or whatever, Dawnport. Then it had the 150. And then it had the 400 and 800, no? Monk release had 3 stages, but I swear they were longer as well. Not like 1 day. Website down again. Okay, so I'm not refreshing then. I better not refresh. And in fact, I better move a bit. I better move in game, or I'm gonna get kicked out for an activity and not be able to log back in. Log back in, dude. Oh, dude, what? Okay. All right, so at least we know the dates. I mean, that's something, all right? We know the dates. I was expecting more today. I was expecting to be breaking down all the changes they're suggesting. And they should have done that. If the test server is so short, they should have published the changes already so people had some time to digest and think about them for like a week. They're going to publish them on Monday. People won't really have any time to think about them. Then the test server will start. People will barely get to try stuff out. The test server will close. They'll give shitty feedback. Then shitty things will get changed slightly. Then we'll have the second stage, and that's it. And it's over. Oh, it's cooked, bro. Not in a good way. They're not cooking. It's it's over, dude. What? I'm not happy. I think they're rushing it because it's so late. I mean the spring update. So let's think when it's gonna go live. So May 12th, and they want to finish on May 13th. So based on that, when would the release be? The week of 19th, 20th of May? The 25th, 26th? I'm away. I'm away on holiday the 20th to 23rd. 19th to 23rd. I may actually not even be around for the first few days of the rebalance. That'll suck. Then I'll go a week off after that. End of May? Yeah. Maybe there'll be a third test stage is possible. Unlikely. Does this work? No. The test website doesn't work. Of course. All right. Well, we've got a little bit of information, but yeah, how with such short test server, like so much of the impact will be on like team hunting, and nobody's gonna have time to test team hunting, right? Yeah, it's a bit bullshit. I don't know, dude. All right, well, I don't think we gain anything else today. So may as well get a move on. Do my bounty. Let's play Raven Dawn. Oh god, Raven Dawn, that's a blast. Blast from the past. They know how to kill the hype. I think they weren't actually expecting this much hype, you know. We've been waiting for this since the winter update. Dude, I've been waiting for the rebalance since like a month after the monk came out. Like last May, I was already anticipating a global rebalance. I've been waiting for this for like a year at this point, dude. Oh my god. Aren't the servers going to explode with access for every premium player? I'm sure Chipsoft thought that through. I'm sure they're going to prepare for the number of people who will try to play on the test servers, dude. All right. They make 900 limit. Well, if the test server launches at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday and I take a day off work, then it won't be a problem, will it? I think a problem will be like in the evening. In the evening of the Tuesday, when the test server launches that first day, yeah, there may be login issues. When is the test server? Next Tuesday, a week from today, 5th of May. You want the test server? It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna happen. Isn't rebalance like a 10-year topic already? I mean, there was a rebalance in like 2020, no? Or whenever that was, whenever the EKs got strong mana potions and paladins got great mana potions. It wasn't that long ago. It was like 5-6 years ago. Tibia login server's broken, I know. Should have been there straight after SS, bro. Should have been there. You missed your chance. Now you can watch me play, because I'm in. because I was there on time. There you go. We'll try out Harmony today. I'll try out Virtue of Harmony. I actually even have a third prey. All of these prey, like I've got a gold Nork bounty, and I had a Nork and a Dwark free praise yesterday, and today I rolled Orclops. So yeah, well, may as well. I mean, there's not very many. There's not very many in the fortress, but I guess I may as well put it on. Didn't Liama say the test server would be open first to senior players, ex-GMs, senior reps? I think that's how it normally is for like summer and winter update. I'm not sure if you mentioned that for this one. I'm really hoping they don't nerf the monk even more. No, don't worry. No, the monk is still good, but it's going to be better after the rebalance. Don't worry. Do you know how armor penetration works? Yes, it's just a flat armor reduction. If you have a monster with 100 armor and you have 60% armor reduction, then you remove 60 of his armor. Yes, Tibia's not. The Tibia login servers are down right now for everybody. I managed to log in before the servers went down, okay? That's all. It must have changed their minds given how short the TS is. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, test server will be pretty crazy. I mean, I'm not going on the test server to be like EXPing, right? So I don't care if there's going to be a ton of people. Like, I'm going to be logging in on the test server. I fully expect to be mostly standing around in depot, you know? I'm not actually going to be doing all that much hunting. I'll do a bit, but that's not the primary focus. The primary focus is the analysis of like the wheels and the areas of the spells and stuff. Go play Igua. Good day. Why did I use Crypt Strike in places where with weak elemental resistances? I mean, the thing is, Crypt Strike increases physical proficiency, but physical lowers the physical defenses that they have. So if you have a monster which has 100% energy, 100% physical, then Crypt Strike will be better than the energy. It's the Crypt Strike does about 5% extra damage than an equivalent elemental weapon, assuming their resistances are the same. Other than that, I wouldn't be using Crypt Strike. Login just worked for me. Okay, so maybe login servers are coming back. Because for someone with not a lot of experience in Tibia, like I can hunt, but I don't know a whole lot about the games and early quests. I use just about a high-level character. Would you recommend getting a level 8 character with skills or start around level 200? I would recommend level 8. I mean, like, it doesn't have to be level 8, but like under level 100. You do need to get the feel for the character. You're going to have to test D tier respawns on a test server? We'll see. I think a lot of people will just be fucking around, you know. Not that many people go. Nobody's going to be going and like hunting, you know, Rashomon for an hour or something, right? Nobody wants to do that on a test server. They just want to check out the new spells and stuff. Hope they publish an article this week with all the changes. Well, it doesn't sound like it. It sounds like it's going to be Monday. They said shortly before the test server launches. So to me, that means Monday. Oh, level up already. Okay. Oh. I don't think they're going to publish anything this week, Leticia. I'm sorry. Have you done some videos about the crypt system? What do you mean by the crypt system? Do you mean the crypt respawns or like the crypt runes or what? But either way, the answer is no. I haven't messed around with the crypt spawns and bosses and stuff. Why the fuck not? I agree, Leticia. I think they should publish it now, especially as the test server is going to be quite short. Then the more time we have to digest the changes, the better, right? I mean, the test server is actually really, really, really short. The weapons. I mean, the monk crypt weapon is amazing. The EK crypt weapons are pretty good for a few respawns, but that's about it. Shortly means Tuesday 10 a.m., you think, right before lunch? God, I hope not. Oh, imagine. Nah, they can't do that, can they? If only Crypt Strike was worth the 200k. It's all supply and demand. Blame all the rich monks. It'll be worth 200k soon enough. Maybe in like 6 to 12 months. Full weekend of double experience than Monday test server news. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably not really going to be playing. I mean, I don't really care much for the double experience, and I don't really want to scale my low level characters either, because then people will complain they're too weak, they're too strong. So difficult to find a Crypt Strike? Yeah. Even though they're so expensive, right? Nobody wants to sell. I wouldn't be surprised if they posted that shit a minute before launch. That's so stupid if they do. Well, yeah, maybe. No, we'll see. Nah, I think it'll be Monday. I think they'll publish the stuff on the Monday. Weird as hell if they do it on the on the Tuesday like usual. Tibia's working. Okay, the login server's back. All right. I'm just here to thank you for all the content you make for us. No problem, Rising Star. Cheers. Sorcerer will be fun. We'll see. It's definitely going to be more fun, but I'm not yet 100% convinced that it's actually going to be all that enjoyable. It still suffers with the waves not being all that comfy. The beams are going to be better, but I don't know about the waves. We'll see. You think that Sorcerer Solo will get worse? No, he's definitely not going to get worse. He's definitely getting a lot better. I'm just not sure if he's going to get, you know, good enough to actually be fun and good solo for majority of players. We don't necessarily like the playstyle. We shall see. No more Igua OT, bro. No, probably not. I've burnt out. I played a bunch for a few weeks. I'm just ready for the rebalance now, dude. I'm ready. My body is ready. Use your very own auto aim. Yeah. Don't think so. I don't think auto aim is quite as good as I imagined when I suggested it. Finally, my crypt is P7. Nice. Can finally begin to play the game. Hey, Astor. Have you done Drome already? I haven't, actually. Yeah, good call. I can do it. Probably do it in this stream. Yeah, good point. Maybe after this bounty, we'll do Drome. I'm not super not super into Drome these days. Can't really be bothered. I have to force myself. Especially as I don't have Crypt Strike, and Crypt Strike did make Drome even better. Now I have to use my Sanguine Claws. Very sad. They should do it today, the info. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Of course they should. Of course it makes way more sense to just dump it today. Clearly they've got the info ready. So what are they waiting for, dude? Stupid. Passive Utito. Will they increase the mana cost of other spells? I would think so. I think EK may have some mana cost increases, especially as he's going to be getting new mana potions, right? I do think EKs will probably have some mana adjustments. Now that they don't have to cast Utito, yeah. Absolutely. I wonder what impact will have the runes area reduction damage increase. Yeah, I mean that very much depends on how usable the new spells are and stuff. I you know, there is a chance that runes just become kind of obsolete, right? And people will stop using the runes. We'll see. I think the paladin almost certainly will stop using the runes. I think the mages will probably still use them, but less than they do now, you know? I'm pretty sure they don't have the info ready. Oh, come on. How can they not have the info? How can they not have the info ready? Depressing if they don't. When am I going to have new guides for EK? Well, after the rebalance, we're going to be remaking everything from scratch, right? Especially for EK Paladin and Mages. Basically, everything I've made in the past, few years is basically useless, right? So, yeah, I'm going to be taking the time to re-record everything from scratch. However, it does take quite a lot of time. So I'm not sure when EK stuff's gonna be published, but eventually we'll basically be redoing everything. And probably even going to a higher level than in the past. Please just give ultimate health potions and have ultimate mana, and I'd be so happy. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't even mind a great health potion for the monk. We don't have those, right? I'm not tripping. Yeah, those are just. I'd enjoy great health potions on the monk. Yeah, I know you're an RP, Lopper, but it's it's monks have the same, right? Monk have the same potions and stuff. I wouldn't mind having a great or ultimate health potion for sure. Well, I was expecting to make some YouTube video today on the changes, but turns out not. I guess we'll do that on Monday, right? If they hopefully publish everything on Monday. Then we'll do a video on Monday. Do you have P7 for your Sanguine Claws? Oh yeah. Come on, Aretsky. Come on. P7 on Sanguine Claws. Who do you think I am, bro? When test server? Tuesday next week. A week from now, basically. You can still do a short with the news. Sure, I could, but shorts don't really bring in any revenue, so. Also, it's not particularly interesting, right? It's just a little short article. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something. Maybe I'll do a little bit discussing. Maybe I'll do a quick video slagging off tips off for the test server being so short. I do hope they do a third stage. I really think 2 stages is not enough, dude. Oh my god, for such a big change. Okay, you know what? If it's genuinely so short, I hope everybody's ready to experience what the monks experienced for the first few months of their release. And that's going to be constant balance changes. I hope you're ready, bro. You'll feel what the monk felt, getting nerfed on every Tuesday, dude. Because that's what's going to happen if they don't have the test server last for longer, dude. EK was also supposed to heal once a turn, so we'll see how they change mana. Well, the change for the EK, my understanding is they're just going to like basically more or less double the mana cost, double the cooldown, and double or like triple the healing or something. So the mana for the mana usage for the EK for the healing probably will stay similar. Monk is still the strongest solo by far, so I can take the changes after release. Yeah, well, no matter how strong you are, trust me, no matter how strong you are, a nerf feels very bad in Tibia. And if they don't balance this shit right, they're going to be like nerfing everybody left and right. I'm sure of it. Cobra Bow or Solkamas until level 600? At Norks. Oh, at Fortress, it's Cobra Bow. But I think in the dungeons, it's Solkamas. Hey, Christian, love your content. What's your weapon proficiency on Sanguine Claws? I mean, I made a video on weapon proficiencies for all monk weapons, including Sanguine Claws. So if you want to dig that up on YouTube, it's still accurate. You do an 8kk raw. I do also have basically a quad damage prey. Admittedly, 2 of those don't really do anything for the all clubs and walk. And also, admittedly, I'm not really focusing. When I was here yesterday, off stream, I came here for half an hour. I was doing 9.3 kk raw here. So the 8 is pretty low. You can push this respawn to way past 9 kk raw if you focus. The best we can do is take advantage while the class is overpowered and focus on leveling the max we can. Very, very, yes, very good attitude. Abuse early, abuse often, as the mantra goes from Path of Exile. As soon as anything is broken, you just, yeah, make the most of it indeed. I hope healing for EK going to be improved with extra scaling from shielding. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the thing is though, you're gonna if the EK has too much healing, he's also going to be a little bit too strong, right? So it's going to be a delicate balance, not to make EK just too easy, you know. MS 1k downstairs makes 13kk raw. I don't know. Maybe with like a triple damage prey, he might do 13. I still think that sounds a little high. Yeah. I don't know. Will it be too strong when it's limited to 8 targets all the time? I mean, look, if you look at the EK now, EK does very, very well until like level 1k. Like the being limited by 8 targets only becomes a genuine issue at a way higher levels, right? If they increase his healing and survivability a lot, he's going to be the strongest vocation all the way up to 1k. Yeah, he's always going to suffer from not being able to output as much damage at higher levels due to his reduced AoE, but it is what it is, right? He is always going to be hard capped by the 8 targets, but he may just be like an insane machine up to like level 1k. You had a series with Monk and MS with Svar, right? Is it documented? I don't know what you mean by documented, but yes, I did have that series. It's on YouTube somewhere. It should be in a playlist, I think. Anyways, kind of going to be very, very different anyways after the rebalance, right? Whatever we recorded there. Where can I read all the upcoming changes that will also be present on the test server? Did you cover any of your videos recently? Whatever I covered is a few months old. They're only going to publish what's actually going to be on the test server on before the test server, they said. They said shortly before the test server. So most likely Monday next week, I would say. So honestly, Mikoai Munya, you're going to have to wait until Monday next week. And then I'm going to make a video on it as soon as they publish it. Are they uploaded videos? Yes, of course. Yeah. They're all on YouTube. If EK gets a big heal sustained buff, you will see EK entrance spawns before Monk. Yep. Because they have high health, right? And EKs do a lot of damage on early levels. Like, as soon as they unlock elemental weapons, like level 200 and so, they do a lot of damage, dude. Is EK bad for solo bossing? Kinda, I guess. It's not too bad. I mean, it depends what solo bossing you're talking about. You're probably talking about like Oberon and shit. It's not too bad. Hello. Already test server? No. Test server's next week, next Tuesday. They've confirmed now. So 1 week from today is going to be test server. I'll be taking some time off work and streaming. No worries. Be here at 10 a.m. on the 5th of May. Going to be looking at every vocation on a test server. Change my mind. It's wrong to call Soul Souls best in slot. Oh, yeah. Soul Souls are not really best in slot. There is no best in slot boot or armor. I just use those because those are the ones I have. I mean, I could probably switch. I could probably switch over here. In fact, Soul Souls are the third best boots in this respawn, right? Yeah, Soul Souls are garbage. I don't think anyone's calling them best in slots these days. What's a good shield level for an EK level 500? You mean shielding skill? Whatever you get from offline training, bro. I mean, nobody skills shielding. High density hunts with small runes. They better put those new spells on a low CD. Yep. I mean, that's why I hope. I hope you're able to do like a proper rotation without runes, right? And that the cooldowns are fairly low. That's the expectation. I wonder if it's going to be a thing to scale shielding from that. Oh, yeah, soon. Well, we're going to have to find out what the scaling formulas are like and stuff, right? I'm sure somebody will figure out the scaling, and then you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it is going to be worth 2 skill shielding, because this is a way for Tipsoft to push more exercise weapons, right? So look, Paladin has to train 2 skills, right? Distance and magic level. Monks kind of have to train fist and magic level. But now EKs will have to train, you know, melee and shield, right? I wouldn't be surprised if they figure out some way to get mages to have another skill. Maybe mages will start scaling with shielding somehow in the future. What was the highest raw experience per hour you have ever seen in real Tibia, solo and team hunt? Well, I don't team hunt. I don't know about team hunt. I've never kept track. For solo, I reached over 10 at Robritas on this character. They're just over 10 on Robritas solo. A few months ago. I haven't really been pushing much on this character since then, though. Mages offline training a scam. Yep. I don't even bother on my sorcerer. I just log him out wherever he is and don't even think about it. I'm waiting for them to not adjust respawns with minus shielding. It's just a debuff now. They're just gonna add a shielding potion. They're gonna add a shielding potion so that you can cancel the shielding debuff. There you go. Problem solved, dude. Why Harmony? I don't know. I'm just messing around, testing. Sometimes I go Justice, sometimes I go Harmony. I think this respawn is pretty close. Yeah, Malajewski. Hey, Christian, I am coming back to Tibia and was wondering which class to play solo mostly. Either Sorcerer or Paladin. Sure. I mean, for mages, you can make a little bit of profit, right? You get your double mana regeneration. You get yourself in depot with soft boots. Yeah, of course you can make a little extra profit. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but yeah, sure you can do that. Anyway, you may want to wait for the rebalance news to make your final decision, right? I mean, it's an interesting time in Tibia right now. Kind of hard to tell what's going to be. What's going to be the best or most fun after the rebalance? Domino when? At the pace they're going, probably in like 5 years, dude. Got commercial? Yeah, I mean, the commercial, I said, yeah, Sorcerer. I just said, yeah, the Sorcerer does make sense for like a little bit of extra profit, but I would wait for the rebalance just to find out and be sure that, you're not hating some of the changes. Leave it. After rebalance, Tipsoft's proposition, which vocation will be the most boosted in your opinion? Okay, I'm assuming you mean broken, like OP. And dude, I can't answer that without actually trying the vocations, okay? I am not answering that question until I actually play on the test server, dude. Come on. EK will be broken. I don't know, maybe on low levels. Maybe a bit on low levels, but EK is always too hard capped with only the few targets he can hit. Hello. What is Tipsoft reasoning to have very few weapons with free imbue slots? Well, it's because free imbue slots are extremely valuable. It's just a way to differentiate and give a little extra boost to weapons. Like, why would you be using... I'm trying to think of an example now where you have an EK with like a 2 elemental 2-hander and a free imbue 2-hander. Because like if you gave 3 elemental free imbues to like a weaker 2-handed weapon, there would be almost no difference between upgrading to like the best in slot stuff. Like, I don't know. Was yours Polish? Yes. Thank you, Arthur. Like if you had I don't know. Okay, I can take the monk as an example. The monk is actually a good example, right? You have the Eldritch Moonspade, right? You have the Moonspade with 2 imbue slots. If you gave the Moonspade 3 imbue slots, there's like virtually no reason to upgrade from the Moonspade to the Soul Mass. Like the key reason to have those 3 imbue slots is to just make them best in slot and differentiate them. It's a huge power boost to have that 3rd imbue slot. But it's just a balancing thing, right? Some random English person. Yeah, just some random Polish person. Hope Monk will be top 3 after rebalance, or I am fucked. Why, is this your job or something? And if it's not top 3, like you can't make enough money or something, I think you may be a little exaggerating here, my friend. I think you may be a little bit dramatic right there. I'm sure Monk will be fine, and I'm sure he'll be very, very desired for Team Hunt. Did some bossing. Did some bossing yesterday. Felt like 10 years old playing RuneScape from all the weapon swapping. Really? I feel like I don't know. I feel like now on EKs and on monks, once you get the crypt weapon, you just use the crypt weapon everywhere. Like that is like the bossing weapon, unless you have a boss which is like immune to physical for some reason. But like right now, I think if you get the crypt weapons, it's actually kind of comfy. You just always use that one everywhere. It's kind of nice. Maybe he bought all high level monks from the market and is looking to flip them. Yeah. That okay, I see that. If you did that and then it ends up weak, then yeah, you're fucked. But then you're trying to flip, so I don't feel very much pity for you. How much worse do you think this spawn would be using Kamas? Well, if you don't have Sanguine Claws, you should be using Cobra Bow here anyways. You need a nerf weapon here. So yeah, it'd be considerably worse with Soul Kamas. Seem to cap out around 6 raw at 750. Well, switch to Cobra Bow first of all, Josh. You're going to do better with Cobra Bow than Soul Kamas. I imagine you could push like 7 raw on 750 with Cobra Bow. I'm going to have a lot of interest in rotation after changes. More interested in other vocations? Not sure. Everyone's getting some good stuff. Exori Grand Perk on the Sanguine is nice. Sure, I mean, you know, the 2% crit chance on the Sanguine is also nice, right? The proficiency on the Sanguines is nice, but I do like the comfort of just having the crypt weapon for bossing and just not having to worry about it. It kind of works everywhere. The physical damage largely works on all bosses because it needs to work for paladins, you know? If a boss is physical immune, then paladins are kind of effed, which is why bosses aren't really physical immunes, which is why the crypt weapons for EK and Monk just work really well. You think new barrier for mages will come with CD? Well, if it comes with CD, then it's not going to be that good because then you just die immediately. Like, it's going to be rare that there's just going to be just one hit on the barrier. Oh, okay. So I could see, you know what? I could see it working in a way. Okay, here it is. Here it is. I can see, I see how a cooldown could be implemented for the barrier. It could be implemented that it triggers, like goes online when you go below like 1 health. Then it's active for like up to 10 seconds. So in the next 10 seconds, when you take damage, it goes to like this barrier system. But then after those 10 seconds, like barrier would be inactive for the next 5 minutes or something. I could see that. I could see that. That could be a good solution because having it just go on cooldown straight away is just basically useless because you get hit, you know, with like 10 spells a second. So unless you just so happen to hit that like 100 millisecond window to heal yourself after getting into barrier, it's kind of useless. But if it's always available, then it's also kind of broken, I think. So we'll see. I do think that the barrier has potential to be really broken. Second gift of life, yeah. I mean, yeah, kind of would be. Kind of would be. I mean, barrier kind of is already like a permanent gift of life, right? Which is kind of strong. It's better than gift of life. I think the barrier is lame and unfair. Spoken like a true EK. Yo, I am new 420 RP. I'm thinking about Soul Bleeder and Crypt Bow. What do you think? I would just get a Soul Bleeder and probably not worry about it. Also, the Crypt Bow is 450, right? So you still got 30 levels to go. Get Soul Bleeder and just wait out. Wait until Sanguine. Not really much in it. Not really worth thinking about, worrying about. Do you think that now that Cipsoft is adding more death damage flavor to Sorcerer, we can exclude the possibility of Necromancer? No, irrelevant. Necromancer could be like Life Drain, for example, right? And there's no reason why Life Drain couldn't become like a real element. Life Drain plus Death. I know the element is not. It's no big deal. More likely, we can exclude the Necromancer because Tipsoft's not creative enough. It's not an issue with the or brave enough. It's not an issue with the death element. Necro is damage over time? I think it really depends on the implementation in a given game. It can be damage over time. It can be like, yeah, life drain. Can be death damage. Can be summons. Can be a lot of things, dude. Can be a lot of things. Have you ever done Soul War Rotten Blood? No, I haven't actually. I've killed a couple of the Soul War bosses on OTs and stuff, but I never engage in this content on real Tibia because I don't have the time to do like team hunt and stuff, and it's not like those bosses. People don't really take you just randomly, right? Not many people are like looking for Soul War in trade chat and advertising, you know. I mean, I could do it if I really wanted to. I'm sure I could find a team to do the quest. I just it's not bothered, not interested. I'll do it eventually, I'm sure, at some point, but it's not really important to me. And also, I never really had enough of a level until this character. Yes, okay, there you go. The true reason is I just have no friends, dude. Nobody wants to go with me because I have no friends. There you go. That's true. Just buy the service. I'm never gonna pay for a quest service, dude. I will either find a team to do it with, like friends, or I will just not do it. I am not paying for a service for a quest in a video game, dude. And shame on all of you who do that. Do you think Monk has a weakness of elemental damage? Do you mean like it's a problem that he doesn't have fire and ice damage? If so, no, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think it's very nicely balanced. If runes start making a bit more damage on the EK, that would be nice quality of life change for charm hunting. Okay. Yeah, I think the rune changes will be interesting for low levels because low levels kind of don't really AoE hunt like 30 creatures. They usually hunt like 5 creatures tops, right? And it's probably still going to be fine to target all those with the stronger runes, right? I do wonder if low levels aren't going to be even faster with the new runes. Hey, you paid for Rafflet and Points quest. True. Well, it's not really... All right, whatever. Okay, I will never pay for a service where somebody else uses my character. That is totally out of the question. And I wouldn't even necessarily want to pay for a service where even I'm like getting carried, but I'm playing my character. You know, still doesn't sit very well with me. Still wouldn't want to do that. I'm not saying I would never do that. Maybe like that conceivably I could do that. I would absolutely never ever give somebody access to my account though. After 1k, is EK dropping significantly for solo hunting or just relatively less efficient? Well, he's not dropping, right? He's still getting stronger and stronger, just like everybody else. It's just that other vocations get stronger due to the AoE, whereas the EK is kind of hard capped. But yeah, he is noticeably weaker than other vocations at like 1k plus, but it's not a disaster. It's still fun. But it's not going to be making the top experiences. Don't like the idea of buying a service. I don't even like buying a character. You know what? Me too, generally. Oh, I finished the bounty. Nice. I do make some exceptions just because of my guide content, though. My view always on the bazaar was that it's okay to buy a character if you've leveled to that level beforehand by yourself, right? If I, in the past leveled to level 500 EK and then sold it, and then I want to play EK again 3 years later, I think it's okay to then buy a level 500 EK, right? But probably not like 1K, That's kind of always been my attitude with Character Bazaar. I feel like EK is stronger than Vocation around level 100, absolutely. I mean, level 90 EK is an absolute machine. You get him full imbues. He is like so fun. I love EK at that level, dude. It's so powerful. But that is like its peak, After level 700, Monk could experience a kind of diminishing damage, or it's still increasing with level. I mean, of course it's increasing, but yeah, it is less noticeable. Kind of like an EK. EK and Monk both suffer from the same fate, that they have fairly low AoE. Which just limits their scaling, right? So they don't scale as fast as mages and paladins. We shall see if that changes after rebalance. I don't really think so. All right. With double charm and rune nerf, EK should be more in line. Yeah, EK is not really getting nerfed, while the other vocations may lose a bit because of that. True. I love when you hit 200 and you can get elemental weapons. Yep. All right. Let me run out. Let's do the bounty reroll real quick. See what we get. Nice gold bounty here, 108 points. Silver flimsy. Silver liar deal. If I had Crypt Strike, this would be pretty nice as well. Silver flimsy is obviously very good. I'm not sure if I want to do it now. Let's bump loot. 12.25 loot now. Let me go. Let me see if it's free. I maybe will go book flimsies, but I want to do drome before I forget. Can a 500 monk and 800 monk do the killing monsters task of too hot to handle? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. The 800 monk could probably do it solo if he was organized and and efficient with it. Yeah, of course, yeah. You could do it in a duo of level 400s. EK Supreme Potion feels too expensive? I don't know. EK's make a ton of profit anyway. Winter and Summer Blade are 200. Yep. Phantasmal Axe 180. Resize. What level is Resize at? 230? Yeah, 230. That's a good one. What other club weapons does an EK get at 200? Club EK must get something too, right? I'm not familiar enough with club. It's not feeling the same as playing the main game. Yeah, of course, it's a temporary thing, right? It's a temporary thing, Sagittarius. What is your record high damage hit in AoE? My all-time high DPS damage hit right now is 5,518. Is it skill issue to struggle as 450 ED alone? Well, it depends where you're going. If you're hunting well irons, then yeah, it's probably a skill issue. If you're going, Warzone 7, then no. Don't understand fully though. Do I basically only need to do the tasks once to progress the shield, like stage 1? No, it's basically. Oh, someone's doing drone. You'll have to go somewhere else. 321 exalted monk. Let's go to Edron. You get It's, you know what? It's tasks like Bigfoot Burden. You remember the one with the minor crystalline tokens? You get some points for each task, and you just have to keep collecting points. And you got different amount of points to advance the shield. So you basically need to do like a week worth of tasks. If you do just one task, then you'll have to do that task like 30 times. But if you do multiple tasks, then it'll take you like 7 days or something. Bro is probably reaching wave 100. Is there any news, Seb? Yeah, there's news about when the test server is going to be. It's next Tuesday, a week from today, 10 a.m. Oh, look at this. 4 people on wave 94. So I need to reach at least 94 to be top 5. And then I'll be... Okay, so the goal is 94. The goal is 94, boys. All right, let me... Do we have fire bombs? We have fire bombs. Virtue of Justice. Wheel. Ooh, I've actually got enough points for a gem slot. Let me just tweak that then real quick. I can actually assign a gem right now. Got 50 points, so take those away. Oh. Stick them here. I just need to... Oh, I don't actually have a gem in there. Okay. All affinities, top left. Stick this one in. Here we go. And now we have the HP gem in here. Okay. All right. Now we're ready. Test server without any patch notes. Well, they said they're going to publish the notes like on Monday, I think. They said just before the test server. The test server is on Tuesday, so they'll probably publish something on Monday, I'm guessing. World of Warcraft daily, so much stuff to do daily. Yep. Well, at least once you've got it, you don't have to do it again. But yes, I don't like that quest very much either. Where Crib Strike? I sold it, dude. I sold it because I'm not going to be playing the Monk after Rebalance. So I'm guessing it's not going to be that that useful to me. Let me roll off these. What we got? Sinita and Ferniok. Nothing here, really. Okay. Yeah, we'll probably go for this flimsy afterwards. You think it's only going to be 9 a.m., the post with the news before the test server? Maybe. Dipsoft did all the testing work for us, so we don't have to test it for 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. They've perfectly balanced it already, dude. Are you convinced it will be a sorcerer that you will be playing? No. Not at all. Not convinced at all, dude. We're going to get on a test server. We'll try everything. 3 Myriadians, wave 1. Come on. Well, at least it's an easy wave. That's not a good start, though. Let me place the fire bombs. I didn't even check the modifiers, actually. Shit, I don't know what the modifiers are. Idiot. I don't know what the modifiers. So there was the one with the teleports, right? The purple stuff is teleports. Is it easy ones? Okay, all right. That's good. No eggs. Oh, and they teleport on top of you. Okay, so that is easy, actually. That is very easy. That's one of the easiest combinations. Okay, we should easily be able to reach that wave 94 then. Let's go for like wave... Oh, and let me change my trinket before I forget. I don't need the bounty talisman here, bro. Here we go. All right. Is it worth doing Azeroth for weapon or just buy Sanguine? Azeroth. I don't know what you mean. Now 3 Scissorians. 3 Meridians into 3 Scissorians. Oh, the waves aren't nice to me so far. Inferniak weapon? The Inferniak weapon is fine. I just think Lion Claws is just a nice and simple solution until Solkamas. I like eggs. Can't keep track of them, dude. Can't keep track of them. Always fail the eggs. At level 220 monk or EK with elemental weapon, which one will do? Ooh, which one will do more damage? More EXP? I think level 220 monk and EK are pretty evenly balanced, pretty evenly matched. I don't know. It's going to be whoever. Probably the EK at Grim Reapers, as long as it has an energy or fire weapon, can probably do a little bit more at Grim Reapers than the monk, and that's the peak spot for both of those. Tibia.com is online. Yeah, it won't be anything there though, right? Okay, finally we have a more normal wave. Right, so far, I'm not focused very much because these are easy waves. Once we get like wave 90, I'm gonna have to start focusing more on the wave. But yeah, by the way, it is Drome, final day to do Drome today. So if you haven't done it already and you like doing it, then yeah, this is your reminder to do it today. Yeah, well, today has been a little disappointing. Hopefully the hype will be back on Monday. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. I'm worried. I'm worried about where this is going. I'm worried that Cipsoft have boxed themselves in and they don't have enough time. I'd rather they just pushed the summer update than rushed the rebalance, right? If they came out and they said that they were mistaken and rebalance took longer than anticipated and this year's summer update is going to be pushed back by like a month or two, I don't think anybody would have a major issue with it, right? Just to make sure that the rebalance hits right, you know? I think that would be better. Say my hand. And I'm not sure what my plan will be for the next week. So now we have no information, at least like until Monday. I don't know if I'm feeling in the game. I may not actually play until Monday. The double experience, like, don't care, dude. Don't care about that at all. Wave 88. Okay. Free Meridian again. I didn't catch that one with the Exeter. Bad. Yeah, we all good. We're a little disappointed with the news today. I think it could have been. I think they could have shared the actual, patch notes types today. I don't know why they haven't. Just give us something to talk about and discuss for the next week instead of, again, not really anything, just complaining now. Complaining because seems like the test server is going to be too short. Oh well. Yes, Yashu. So I'm not planning to play the monk after the rebalance, indeed. My plan after the rebalance is basically to play almost every other vocation first and re-record some of my old guides. Most likely we'll be playing either the paladin or the sorcerer. It's also possible we'll play the EK, but I think the EK is probably not going to be all that exciting. So I think we most likely going to go sorcerer or paladin after the rebalance. I think I will make Cube Quest today as iPod is not fixed, so you can skip it. All right. Still, you know, I do need to do that quest on my sorcerer as well if I'm going to play it. Not a bad shout to do it. That is something you can do to prepare for the rebalance if you don't want to play right now. Just like me. The LDR for Paladin and Druid changes? Not yet. No TLDR for now. We don't even have the final changes for the test server. We're going to be doing throughout the test server, I'll be making updates on the test server. And once the test server actually closes and finishes for good, I'll do a detailed guide or detailed summary of changes for every vocation. So every vocation is going to get its own video after the test server closes, breaking down all the changes and impacts, the new wheel setups, new multi-action hotkeys, new gems, new rotations, etc., etc. I'm planning a video like this for every vocation after the test server, but it's kind of pointless for me to be talking about this kind of stuff right now because I have no idea, you know? How's the monk doing? I mean, this is not the test server yet, so this is just live Tibia, so yeah, monk is still fine and fun, but it always has been. Will you do any druid content? We'll see. That one, from what we've seen so far, is the one I'm least excited about. Out of the 5 vocation changes, druid is the one I'm least excited about. But we'll see, right? I mean, maybe it's gonna surprise me. So maybe we will. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying definitely no, but yeah, I'm gonna have to see. They're gonna have to pull something out, you know, on the test server to convince me to play the druid. Are you going to publish everything on YouTube? Yeah, of course. We're going to be making a lot of videos on YouTube over the course of the test server, and of course streaming as well. So you can try and catch me live. I'm going to be taking time off work next week for when the test server starts. So Tuesday morning, you'll definitely see me as soon as the test server goes live. So make sure to be here. Wednesday probably too. Not sure if I'll take 3 days off. I feel like by Thursday it'll probably be old news. I would rather choose RP for solo gameplay. It should be even greater post-update. Well, it's not about being great or not great. I'm not choosing a vocation based on how great it's going to be. I'm choosing a vocation on how fun I think it'll be, how much it's changing, and how much people will enjoy watching it. You know, I think, I do think Paladin and MS are probably the most exciting vocations that are changing with the rebalance because they gain the biggest set of changes, right? Monk and EK are going to be better and stronger, but the gameplay itself of EK and Monk, I don't think is changing all that much, right? If you watch an EK or a Monk play right now today, after rebalance, I don't think it's going to be all that different, you know, from the viewer perspective. Like the rotations are probably still going to be the same. The movement's probably going to be the same. For the Paladin and the Sorcerer, that is not true, right? For the Paladin and the Sorcerer, the gameplay is going to be way different, you know? Which is why I want to play those. Not because I'm trying to play the strongest vocation or whatever, who I think is going to be the strongest. I don't care about that. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me. I want to play what's most fun and most engaging for the audience. Hello, can I have a question? Of course you can have a question. My whole stream is basically just a never-ending question and answers, Q&A. So, of course, ask away. Ask away, friend. I'm actually back to playing Tibia after 10 years. I made Paladin and got only 55 distance skill, okay? Where can I EXP to get some good EXP and money? Oh, boy. Good EXP and money? Probably nowhere. Welcome back. Make sure to keep offline training and just get that distance up because that's going to make your life a lot easier. I don't know. Honestly, Swamp Trolls are good because they drop medicine pouches, which you can sell for a few K each. And then you probably just want to look into the delivery tasks or imbue items and farm something that drops those and then sell them on the market. From the top of my head, I don't remember what I could suggest. Amazon's probably pretty good for protective charms. But yeah, it's You want to look into the delivery system that they've added in the winter update. That made a lot of like low level places quite profitable, but I don't remember what I could suggest. Just make sure to keep offline training to get that distance up, though. Maximize your offline training, super important. Gargoyle stone wings are very well priced and drop a lot. Well, there you go. There's a suggestion for you from somebody. Gargoyles maybe on Mariana. Bulchalaha, yeah. Stone refiners, yeah, stone refiners pretty profitable too. If EK could use Great Mana, they should make hard hunts earlier. Sure, EK is going to be hunting at earlier levels. Lots of places, yeah, indeed. All right, wave 93 now. Okay, we need to do 2 more waves. So this one and the next one. And we pretty much guaranteed to be in the top 5. So let's focus for a couple of waves, and I'm sure we'll be in top 5, and I'll get my triple potion. All right, no problem. Welcome back to Tibia, dude. Welcome back. All right, please upload to YouTube as I'm working on a mobile one to watch later. So I'm multi-streaming, and every single stream is automatically uploaded to my YouTube into the live section. So every stream these days you can watch on YouTube, no problem. As well as on Kick. And Kick VODs are also pretty good, right? Twitch VODs are a little bit more less friendly, I find. But yeah, full VODs on Kick and YouTube and Twitch as well if you really want to. No worries. All right. Thanks, Porsche. Porsche. I actually don't know how to say it. Since this is a Q&A, what is the nicest public place in Wrocław to hang around? The Botanical Gardens, I would say. And actually now is like the perfect time for it. By there's a university. I don't know what it's called in English. Is that Przyrodniczy Uniwersytet? It's like Nature University or something, and they have like a huge botanical garden next to it. Very nice in the spring and summer. Very close to the center. All right, final wave that I need to do, and it's a good one. 1 Meridian, 1 Murmillion, and 2 Domesticans is a pretty easy wave, so I think we should be all right. Hang on. All right, you know what? I'm not reading chat until I finish this wave, because I need to finish this wave to get on the top 5. So let me focus for like 1 minute, and then I'll have a look at your questions. This is the wave I don't want to fail and have to redo it. All right. Here we go. Now it's all right. Now we're on wave 95. Now it's easy. I'm gonna keep playing EK 330 with 110 skills. Nah, it's fine. 110 is fine. If you said 100, I'd say maybe, but 110, dude, it's fine. That's not a bad skill. Don't listen to the Discord warriors and the people who are like, oh, you can't leave depot without 130 skill. Nah, 110 is fine. It's right. It's not really low enough to warrant selling off the character and buying something better, in my opinion. I wouldn't bother myself. Which skill will be more pleasant for solo hunt at low level? EK 107, club 97. It's actually more relevant on the level than the skill. EK and Monk. Oh, hang on. EK and Monk pretty much play the same until like level 50 or so. And MS is very, very fun at like level 30. I don't know. Monk is going to be the most fun from 70. EK is going to be the most fun from 90, I think. Low levels anyway. They're all going to be pretty fun if you're skilled though on low level. I can say that you have built a really nice, enjoyable community on your Discord. Nice people and also a lot of knowledge that you can obtain. Yep. I must say I agree. I think I don't know how it's kind of happened. It's just, you know, over time, a lot of very knowledgeable and friendly people joined there and contributed. And now, after years of this community being there, yeah, I do think, if I do say so myself, it is probably the best, most knowledgeable place on the internet when it comes to Tibia. So if you're not on my Discord, well, what are you doing with your life? You should be joining right now. Thank you, Hendrik. Link Discord. Just someone link it or just do the command !DC or Discord. Should work on every platform. I'm not sure if I'm going to have the DPS for this wave. Maybe if we get a leg proc, like triple Murmillion is kind of rough damage wise. Let me focus on the damage here as well. I need to have like perfect rotation here to not run out of DPS. EK plus Monk, not too high skills. Where to EXP from 8 to 100? I don't know, dude. To start with, probably shit like Corims or something with runes. From like level 30, of course. And then, oh, here we go. Here's an avatar. Okay, that'll make this easy. But afterwards, I don't know. That's a weird duo. You don't really duo on those levels, to be honest. On those levels, it's better to just play solo, I think. All right, we didn't run out of DPS. Let me apply the fire bombs. Do you prefer Polish or English? I prefer English. I mean, majority of, well, all of my content is basically in English, and majority of the audience is non-Polish speaking, so I do prefer English. I don't mind if people do ask in Polish. I always try to. Okay, hang on a minute. And we've got 3 Caesarians. I think this may be it. I have no jewel necklaces. Oh no, I do. Hang on. I just changed the hotkey. Here we go. Jill necklace. Let's go. This is a very hard wave now. Those do a lot of damage. As Avatar proc again. Yeah, I was just a little bit distracted when that happened though, chatter. I was a little bit distracted looking for the Jill necklace on my hotkey bar, so I don't know. I don't think I made very much. Didn't use that Avatar proc very much, I don't think. Might be okay still for this wave though. You lived in England and Poland. What's better? I think it very much depends on your job and education. Poland is great if you have the money to have at least a sort of middle-class lifestyle. I don't know about, you know, minimum wage type work in Poland. Don't think so. I don't think it's that nice. 1 Murmillion, 2 Caesarian, 1 Meridian. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm making it through this one either. I have the money not to work. Okay, then yeah, I think Poland is nicer. Poland is very nice, very safe, very modern, clean. From that perspective, if you don't have to work, you don't have to worry about money. And Poland is, I think, is a very, very nice and safe country. Indeed. Nicer than Germany, I would say, for sure. Hello, test servers open? No. A week from today. Next Tuesday, 5th of May. 10 a.m. Around 10 a.m. Ah. Oh, hang on. Oh, God. No. All right. Well, I think we're all right anyway. Let me check. No, top one. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll go our top 5. I was considering trying to move to Poland after my CS degree. Well, make sure you get a job before you do that. Things aren't as simple as they were in the software engineering industry. So don't move blindly, I would say. All right, we're top 1. We good. We're all right. Definitely get my free potions tomorrow. Okay, let's see if the flimsies are available. If the flimsies are available, I guess we can do this bounty. This should be like 25 to 30 minutes tops. Droom is worth doing at any level. Not being like in top. You mean Drome. It's Drome, dude. It's not Droom. Droom is the boss of the Lions, dude. Come on. It's Drome. And is it worth? Probably worth even for a chance to just get a potion. I didn't used to do it until I started playing the monk, and I could guarantee basically getting a potion. I didn't used to do it on my paladin on like level 500 because I could never get in the top waves anyway. If you can guarantee being in top 20, then I think it's worth. Okay, looks like it's probably empty. Okay, all right. Oh, God bless Kalanta. I bet it's not free on Nevia, dude. I'm curious if the test servers will be able to handle the people next week. Yeah. It is interesting indeed. All premium players. All premium players is a lot of people, dude, and a lot of people are interested in it, right? The test server may not be able to handle it. Queues on test server, dude. Yeah, all right. Sounds good. Yeah, I mean it's definitely a nice country. Definitely a nice country. I can recommend living here. Yeah, especially if you have a nice job. It's pretty nice. Let me just check. I never remember which weapon I want to use at Flimsies. So energy is 80. Earth is 80 as well. Okay, so Sanguine Claws then. Even if I can't kill the Green Reapers, I can kill them, but they don't take very much damage. It's still better, I think, with the Earth. Okay. All right. Do we have any? We don't have any praise, right? This Orclops, I'm not going to bother rolling. 126k. That can wait. That can wait until tomorrow. I roll it for free. Man, and now it's week with no news, right? Let me just check if in case I missed something or not. Let me see if there's any New posts today? No, nothing. That was it, dude. That was it. That was everything, dude. Everything they posted just about when the test server is going to be. Bit of a letdown, dude. Bit of a letdown. New arrow for paladins. Yeah, there should be new arrow for low levels, right? New arrows for low levels. Not sure if they're going to be that good. Hopefully just cheaper, so low level paladins on that expensive. All right, let's go and do this bounty. Here I use harmony because physical doesn't really work very well. So I don't really need Virtue of Justice. Because my melees aren't going to do very much damage. Bounty Talisman, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Random Seer. I would have forgotten, actually. Thank you. MVP. Do I boost up? No, I don't think so. It's only going to be 20 minutes. And then I'm not going to be doing any more hunting, I think. I think I'm going to do like some easy bestiaries or some shit. Or maybe some fiends or something. Although I'm probably going to finish the stream in like half an hour, to be honest. I was honestly expecting more hype today. Tipsoft has let me down a little bit. At least we have the dates, so that's something, dude. But I was expecting a little more. In fact, a lot more. Oh well. Virtue of Justice does also affect the damage of your spells. Did I get that wrong? Yes, but Virtue of Justice and Virtue of Harmony are balanced around everything that they provide. And part of the uniqueness of Virtue of Justice is that it also basically boosts your melee attacks. And that's accounted for in the balancing of those two virtues. If you take away the fact that your basic attacks aren't really doing anything at a respawn because the monsters are very, very strong to physical, you know, a significant part of Virtue of Justice is basically negated. And at that point, Virtue of Harmony does almost by default become better. Not to mention that this is quite a high density respawn anyways. So Virtue of Harmony is pretty good anyway. But yeah, if monsters are strong to physical, so like Flimsies or like Cathedral and Spectres, that's where you definitely want to be using Virtue of Harmony. I need to do like 1 or 2 pulls on -2, otherwise the respawn doesn't keep up. I would, for example, not use the Virtue of Justice and Grims in the current state. Now I would use Virtue of Justice at Grims. This here is purely about the physical resistances of Flimsies, which is why I don't use... Well, here, I think even ignoring physical resistance, I would probably use Virtue of Harmony here anyway, because of the density. But the fact that they're also strong to physical makes Virtue of Harmony... Well, makes Virtue of Justice even worse. On Grim Reapers, Yalaha, I would use Virtue of Justice today, yeah. I would, because, yeah, there's only a few, right? The density is very low. We may as well. I'm still sure that the test server itself will be hype and stuff, but I'm a little worried. Well, I'm a little worried, like selfishly, I'm a little worried about making guides after the rebalance. If the test server is so short, I am worried that things will come out unbalanced, and then they're going to be nerfing, buffing, and I'll have to be re-recording a bunch of places again. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it with the monk, dude. A lot of people are going to stop playing mages after the Vocation rebalance. I feel like more people will start playing mages. MS is looking very, very fun. I'm assuming you're one of those people who somehow thinks that the rune change will be a deal breaker. Well, it's not. Is this the test server? No, the test server is not available for another week. Test server on Tuesday next week. They've announced the dates. That's all they did today. Announced the dates for the test server. It may be more cluttered to the section of Tibia, but adding which stance to use on Monk would be nice. No. I will not be adding that. It's too it's clutter and it's uncertain anyway. Besides, I'm still holding out hope that after the rebalance it'll just be very defined which virtue is supposed to be used for what sort of hunting. I really hope that after the rebalance it's just going to be a matter of your team hunting, you go virtue of justice. You're solo hunting, you go virtue of harmony. That's how it should be, in my opinion. And I hope that they tweak virtue of harmony ever so slightly so that that is the case. We'll see, though. How do you think the new ED grind gonna be? I know nothing about the ED. ED and Paladins are like two vocations that based on the changes that they shared so far, you can't really deduce anything. So you're gonna have to wait a week, my bro, and then we're gonna have more information. Which vocation you think got most buff after the balancing? I don't know. Please. Please wait for some more patch notes. I don't know that it's really pointless me answering those questions now because it's so, you know, I don't want to be making shit up, right? And lying to you. We gonna have to wait and see. Someone telling you now who's gonna be most broken and whatever, they just making things up, dude. Like, chill. Look, it's almost there, okay? It's almost there. 1 week from now, we like legitimately have good information, right? But now, not yet. ED gonna have stronger healing. Yep. I mean, ED for team hunts though is always like must have and needed anyway. I'm more interested in ED solo. Most broken will be the clickbait. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to try and not clickbait. Although if there is a genuinely sort of broken interaction or something, I may need to make a video like the most broken vocation in Tibia right now. You won't guess what it is. The most broken duo after rebalance. That would get a lot of views. ED solo is still going to be bad. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that, but I need to see a little more to be sure. Unfortunately, though, this is the problem of such a short test server, though. All of the feedback, like, they're not going to have time to make big changes. If people test and, like, on, like, day 1, day 2, they tell them that ED solo, like, sucks. Like, how are they going to change it for the second stage of the test server? There's not enough time, dude. I don't know. It's going to be a disaster. Which vocation would be best for clickbait? It's always going to be the vocation that most people play, so probably Paladin. If you started making clickbaits with Paladin, I'm sure you'd have a lot of people clicking on them because, you know, there's a lot of people playing Paladin. Shocked face thumbnail? Of course. I'll definitely be doing some of those. Every occasion going to suck solo after rebalance. That Sipsos pushes team meta even further. Please no. Please don't do me like that. Stop it. Stop it, Mind Flayer. Morning Cushion, just wanted to thank you for everything that you do for the community. Cheers from Brazil. Thank you. Thank you, Skyter. Thanks for stopping by. No problem. Whoop. Let's not get ourselves 8-boxed here. Not that I think it would be a problem. Even if I got 8-boxed here, I think I'd probably get out without too much trouble. But still, no need for it. All right. All right, I forgot. Okay, wrong lap. I forget sometimes that I need to go -2 and there's no extra respawn. I really like doing a flimsy bounty when there's a 2x respawn on flimsies, because then you can just hunt -1 and it's super, super good. Unfortunately, the respawn's not quite fast enough otherwise, so I need to do this little lap on -2, which I don't love doing. They mean lost souls. Pretty mean. Not very nice here. Thankfully, I have the bestiaries fully done, except on Freakish. I don't think Freakish Lost Soul, by the way, is like probably one of the worst monsters in the game for the monk. Like nothing works on the Freakish Lost Soul. Like it's an absolute nightmare to do that. Can I go through here? I think I can. Oh, this is even better actually. I can go through here. Doing Freakish Lost Soul bestiary on the monk, absolutely horrible. I feel like they're strong to energy, earth, and physical. And you can't really do anything to them, and they hit like a truck as well. Awful. And there's not even very many of them anywhere either, so it's like a real slog too. Holy barrage. I still have no idea. We still know nothing, dude. We don't even know what AoE those spells have. Tips off, dude. Come on. Like, I don't know. I obviously rebalances overall a hype, but my god, they've real messed up the hype, I think. Roski, this game looks hella moogie. What? What the hell does that mean? Golden top broker. Is Tibia website still down? I haven't checked. I don't know. People were saying they can log in, so I assume it was fixed. I think EK is the vocation to clickbait, if anything. Perhaps this is the most played one and has significant changes incoming. Yeah, EK and Paladin probably the good ones. The thing is, though, EK changes. The problem is, Michael, that the EK changes are not that clickbaitable, you know? I feel like the EK changes, there's nothing really there that is going to be easy to clickbait. I don't know. Maybe like the new spells that they gain, like the shield bash or whatever. You can maybe make some clickbaits on that. But I think the Paladin has more room for like clickbaiting, you know? Yes, I can show my wheel. There you go. It's T2 chain. T2 chain plus two gem slots here and here. You know what? I wonder about this death element for the MS. I feel like there's not actually all that many respawns where death damage is going to be that good, you know? A lot of creatures are actually kind of resistant to death damage. Sure, you do it on like Sphinx. Like, think about the EK death weapons, right? You don't really use them anywhere. So people like talking about this death UE and stuff. But I feel like almost nowhere you're actually going to go with the death affinity. You're always going to be going fire energy affinity, I think. So this death UE is just, it's a fun concept, but I don't actually think it's going to be very, very commonly used. Couldn't death be converted with the elemental mastery? Well, you're not getting a death UE, right? You've only got your fire energy UE. So those could be converted into a death one, which is kind of hype. But then that's my point, right? You're not actually going to be using the def affinity very much because def is actually rarely the best element to use somewhere, except on like sphinxes and stuff. So yeah, the def UE is cool and all, but I don't think it's going to be used all that much. I just think that I don't know. The def blast could be interesting, but I think it's most likely just going to be converted into an energy or fire blast. So I still feel like those def spells won't necessarily be used all that much. I still feel like you're probably most likely going to be just using fire wave, energy wave, and energy beam. I feel like those are going to be primarily your primary spells. You'll use on an energy respawn, you'll use the energy beam and the energy wave between the fire wave so that the fire wave becomes energy. And on fire respawns, you'll be using your fire wave as the default to make your energy beam and energy wave into fire beam and fire wave, right? And I think that's going to be majority of the sorcerer gameplay afterwards. That death blast could replace one of those spells as well, but not sure. We'll see how good and big it is and stuff. Can't wait for wide energy beam. Yep. I just don't like that it's hidden behind a revelation perk. It just means it's like a must-have to go for that revelation perk. I think Wheel should provide customization and not like that's restricting customization. Every level 300 sorcerer can only go for the beam mastery to get the wider beams. Otherwise, like you're griefing if you don't go for that one. That actually limits build customization, dude. So I'm not a fan of that. What key do I use to loot? I use a 5 on my gaming mouse. It's basically the number that I rest my thumb on. It's like the resting hotkey, you know. 2k level MS with 4x energy wave cooldown, just spam 2 waves. Yeah, that will be kind of fun, right? I agree. The fire wave, energy wave, you can just you'll just have that multi-action with those two spells for everywhere, right? That will be pretty fun. Not gonna lie. You know, I wonder if momentum is not gonna actually mess up mages after the rebalance. I'm thinking about multi-actions, right? If you try and set up a wave multi-action on MS, I think that could really mess the elemental affinity, right? It could mess it up. Because you're going to be alternating the element, and if through momentum you somehow reduce the cooldown too much and you cast like a back-to-back energy or back-to-back fire spell or whatever, could actually mess up your rotation. I guess if you're going to have momentum on an MS, you probably won't be using any multi-actions. Bro, there's like 0 sell offers for Warzone 9 on my server. Well, there you go. Easy profit. Easy profit. 6k per hour. Easy. Will Ice Exorion on MS make waves Ice Elemental? No. MS is only getting 3 elemental affinity stances, and that's Fire, Death, and Energy. No access. Shame on you. Shame on you. Where's the RPG? This looks like an absurd amount of information on the screen. Yeah? I try to showcase basically everything that may be of interest to the viewers. So I try to have like every analyzer somewhere. Some people like to look at the loot analyzer. Some people like to see at the supplies. Some people like to see the damage input. Some people like to see the damage dealt. Some people like to see the XP analyzer. So I do try to have them all open and visible somewhere. I don't really track most of those myself. Is like add-ons? No, this is all just within the game. These are all just like analyzers within the game's UI. And yes, it can look a little bit clunky, but you just learn to sort of ignore it unless you actually need to look at a particular section for whatever reason. You all needed to play the game? Nah, not really. I just look at in the middle of the screen, you know, where the monsters are and stuff. Don't really need to see any of the UI bits. That's just for that's like informational stuff, you know, like data. But it's not necessary for to play the game now. Mages don't have time to master every element. They're busy imbuing new diamonds with that element for RP. Nah, God. Imagine, nah. You're just gonna have elemental diamond arrows from the shop, but they'll just have very low attack value, so it won't really be all that relevant. Have you tested a more offensive equipment? Stag robes, stag foot wraps. I mean, they're not that much more offensive. They're a little bit more offensive. And I would primarily use the stag foot wraps for the death protection. Look, if I was actually planning to play the monk after the rebalance, which I'm not, then I would definitely try and get a hold of stag foot wraps because they are nice. It is a they are boots that I like, and I think they are best in slot in a lot of places. Basically, any place where there's no fire or ice damage, the stag foot wraps are best in slot. So I would like to have them. Well, I'm not really going to be playing any more Monk in like a week, right? Once the test server launches, so don't really care about getting them. But yes, they are good. I mean, it's not DPS-wise, there's not really much of a difference though. It's like a little bit of extra crit damage for one spell that you cast every 24 seconds or something. Not really relevant. Negligible, basically. Hi, what's the news? Test server next Tuesday. A week from today, test server. That's the news. I kind of like the druid shows healing a second target for a percentage. Sure. But it's team hunt only, right? Like I feel like a lot of the druid changes are like team hunt oriented, which is kind of strange because druid was already like a must-have in team hunts, and that's probably the vocation least likely to get booted. So I'd rather they focused on solo druid, to be honest. But whatever. I guess druid is not supposed to be solo. I mean, you still got to stack harmony. You're still not casting spiritual outburst all that often. You will never be able to cast it every turn, so it's still it's still at most every 20 seconds if you're in Virtue of Harmony. So you get a little bit of crit chance, a little bit of crit damage on a spell you cast 3 times a minute. At most, if you're very efficient, probably less than that in practice. It's not a big a deal. I do like the death protection of the boots, though. What do you think about making the gameplay window bigger and UI transparent? Yep. Oh, I would love that, Freeman. I've been advocating for a change like that for quite a bit, and I was very happy to see the NPC window, the movable NPC window that they added, I think, in the winter update, because that kind of made me think that maybe they are working on this like transparent, customizable UI, which I think would be very nice. But I don't know that the technology that they use for the UI is that flexible. If they'll be able to do it, I don't think so. It would be nice, but I don't know. I think the best we're going to get is probably like a Tibia vision or on-top replica implementation in the game. But I don't think the whole UI, like including the map and equipment and stuff, is going to ever be customizable. I'd be surprised. I hate NPC window. I like the idea behind it being movable and stuff. Test servers live? No. Next week. What do you think about them saying vocation adjustments instead of vocation rebalance as before? Nothing. I don't think you should be looking into that. I think it's just a different word that they used. I don't think it's some sort of secret message that they've decided to dial back the changes or anything. I don't think so. I think it's just, Germans. Not the native language, so they use all sorts of words all the time in a slightly weird way. So I wouldn't really look into it. Seems so outdated to me. I mean, it is outdated. It's a 20-plus-year-old UI. Hell, more than that. I mean, the client ultimately hasn't changed all that much. They've just been adding more and more and more to it. But functionally, it's very, very similar to, hell, 25 years ago, right? Of course, they've added more analyzers and whatnot and more widgets, but ultimately, it's still the same client. Like the battle list is virtually identical to 25 years ago, right? The VIP as well. Like it hasn't changed. They've just added more widgets. I mean, it's always a trade-off of how much value something brings versus the cost, right? Sure, a new UI would be nice, and I'm sure lots of people would like it. Is it actually going to increase revenue or bring players back to the game? Is the question Tipsoft is asking before every time they add a new feature. And I don't know that a new, more customizable UI really adds all that much in terms of player retention, players returning to the game, etc. Beam mastery best for MS 300? Almost certainly. I mean, that's definitely once I hit level 300. So one of my feedbacks, I already know without the test server even being here, I know that one of my first feedbacks will be make the wider beams for MS the default. Don't lock it behind the revelation perk. Still leave the beam mastery perk, right? Revelation perk, and use that to make the beams better, like make that beams reduce cooldowns and have more damage and whatever. But do not lock functionality such as the wider beams behind the revelation perk. I think that is a mistake, and I think that reduces build diversity, and they shouldn't do it because now it's just a must-have, and you just need to go for it. No, just make beams by default be free SQM wide, dude. Nobody's going to complain about that, and they're actually going to be functional from like level 30, right, when you unlock them. Whereas now beams are still going to be garbage until level 300, and then you're just forced into having this perk, right? And it's a shame, I think. I don't really like that. I'm still happy that they're even addressing it in some way, and they are going to be wider beams. I just don't think it should be locked behind a revelation perk. But will they listen to me? I'm not so sure, to be honest. Not so sure. Is Monk currently the best vocation for solo play? Up until like level 700 or so it is. Then probably Paladin takes over. I just watched your movie on RP Spec, the Bestiary Solo, and you imbue crossbow. My question is the normal effect to imbue with fire, ice, bow? No. And anyway, that's irrelevant now, Noxai, because you're going to have elemental diamonds after the rebalance. If you want to do that Bestiary on a Paladin, just wait for the rebalance, dude. You're going to get elemental diamond arrows. Just do it then. You think Knights will be okay after the adjustments? Oh, yeah. Knights are going to be very fun. Well, fun. I mean, they're just going to be very comfy. The quality of life of a Knight is like going sky high after the rebalance. I don't know if they're going to be all that much stronger. They probably will be a little bit stronger, but mostly it's going to be about quality of life for the Knights. How good is MS in solo game? Well, ask me that in a week. Right now, he's okay. But he's hopefully going to be much better after the rebalance. Okay, let me just run out. Because I can see I only need 6 more flimsies. Let me just run out and do it in the main floor. You've Paladin buff. Just curious, why not bow? Because the bow arrows aren't that good, right? You've got like shiver arrows and whatnot, but they're not better than an imbued crossbow with like a prismatic bolt. Unless you mean that you think diamond arrows work with the elemental imbue, and they don't. It was an option between like the poison arrows, whatever they call it, envenomed, or like Shiver arrows, but those have like such low attack value. It's not worth it. How many did you have for task? 460 or so? And no, it's not. It's not increasing with punting tasks done. No, of course not. No. Oh, we'll do a quick roll in a second, see what we get. This was a silver task. All right, let's get out. Maybe we can kill a fiend or two, and then I'm probably just going to finish. All right. 471 flimsies. Took just under 30 minutes. 54 points. Very nice. Oh. What else we got? No. Reroll. No. Reroll. All three of those are actually okay. It's a shame they're all bronze. I've got Warzone 9 here, which I kind of want to do. I'm into Warzone 9 right now. We could do that one. Nosferatu Heartless is okay as well. I mean, this is about 1 hour 15, 1 hour 20 or something. Fury's also pretty damn fast. Like, this is like 30 minutes at Oromond. Yeah, I'll do one of those. Probably the Cave Chimera, to be honest, because, yeah, nice profit. 6kk profit per hour. We can do another wealth duplex test, maybe. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe we'll do like one more stream before the rebalance on like Sunday or something, and we'll do wealth duplex at Warzone 9 again. I know people love that shit. Triple damage prey or something. Less than 30? Yeah, probably even less than 30, right? Yeah, true. All right, let me do a couple fiends. Oh shit, wrong hotkey. Let me do a couple fiends, and then I'm probably gonna finish. Far to the southwest, very far to the southeast. Very far to the southeast. Southwest from there. Could be like... Could be Bunak. Unknown difficulty. Probably it's probably like a Carney Sylvan, but it's less than 2 minutes. I'm not going to get there on time. Never mind. How would you get better beams? Gems are only the wheel. It's going to be the wheel. It's going to be the revelation. It's going to be the top right revelation perk. That's the beam mastery. That's going to give you the wider beams. As it is right now, is what they're saying. Very far to the northeast. Easy. Okay, that's Fargrand, right? No. Yalahar. Far to the northwest. Okay, let's do that one. Let me open the Fiend tracker. Southwest. Okay, it's Arena Quarter. Here it is. Hyena. 4 slivers. Nothing. All right, very far to the east. That's going to be Svargrand, right? No, east. Sorry, wrong way. Medium. Okay. Hive. Hive or Muggy Plains, I guess, but very far. I think it's Hive. It's probably going to be Hive. Go. What the hell? Where did this take me? All right, here we go. I think it's going to be Hive. So let's find a protection zone and just use Cube. I just got over 400 on my monk. Got the hat and boots. Now wondering if Solgarb's that much better than Nagatanko. Not really. Solgarb is not all that, nothing special. I would consider getting the the stag item. Very far to the west. Okay, so it is Zao. So it's very far east from Yalahar, very far west from here. So yeah, it's going to be Zao. Okay, all right. There's going to be like Brimstone Bug, Wailing Widow, High Class Lizard, something like that. Dragon, maybe. Dragon Lord. Let's go and see. When using Spiritual Outburst T2, a Spiritual Outburst better than used in Sweep and Takedown? No, it depends on the density. Depends on the density of the respawn and where you're hunting. If you can hit about 7 targets reliably, far to the west, Lizard City. If you can hit about 7 targets reliably, then Spiritual Outburst is best. Sweep and Takedown is better for more targets. I believe like the cutoff is like 8 or more targets, then Sweep and Takedown is better. So just ooh, there's some blood. I hope it's not somebody going for fiends here. Higher level to the south. Oh shit, it could be Zhao Fortress here, maybe? Higher level to the west. Yeah. To the west from here. Zhao Orc Fortress. Passig! 7 month. Thank you. Thank you, Passig. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you for the sub. Okay, I think it might. Let's see if it's here. Southward. Okay, so it's this Zhao. It's gonna be an Orc Berserker there. All right, fine. So it was Zhao after all, dude. It was. All right, we're gonna get it in a sec. Thank you for the sub, Passig. Test server 1 week away. Kuznia Pog. Indeed. Can't wait. By the way, actually, something I didn't mention. Something I forgot to mention. Something I've set up since last stream on Twitch. I've added a channel reward for text to speech. If anybody is interested, you've got a channel reward. You can claim it, send a message, and it's going to be read out by the bot. I'd actually quite like somebody to try it just to verify it works. But yeah, I did that. Like, I don't know. This is the first stream that it's active. So if anybody wants to check it out, you can do. Tag not available on your server. Okay, yeah. The soul garb it's fine, but it's nothing special.
Testing text to speech.
There we go. It worked. Thank you, Passig. I've put a timer on it though, so now nobody else can use it for a few minutes. I'm sorry. Hello, is it confirmed elemental diamond arrows? Yes, they said they would add them, but don't expect them to be all that good. The expectation definitely is that they're not going to be all that strong. Okay, so don't be too crazy about them. They're just going to be an alternative to allow hunting, stuff like specters, right? Where is it? Here we go. Orc leader. All right. Nothing. Now I've got 2 fiends with nothing. Oop. Nothing. How many should we kill? Very far to the northwest. Well, I guess it could still be Yalahar if it just spawned. It's probably Svargrund, right? Most likely something in Svargrund. Where is Kick TTS? It doesn't exist because there's no integration on with Kick. Blame Kick API. There was no way. I don't know. I think it's probably doable. At least the service that I use for TTS, I couldn't figure it out on Kick though. But because I saw somebody else have Kick TTS, so I'm sure it's possible. I may look into it again. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've added on Twitch only for now, but if I can see if I can find some service which does on Kick as well, then I'll add it there. There's always a fiend in the mines. I know. In fact, yeah, let's go through the portal. Wouldn't Svargrund be west? It is. Well, now it's a different fiend here, but there it was. It was sane, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Very far to the east, easy. That's the closest one? Okay, so maybe there isn't one in Svargrund. But there is usually a fiend in mines, indeed. So there's I guess very far to the east from Svargrund. I guess it could still be like a Chikoya, right? Maybe. Check Yalahar. Have you hunted mines since they changed the respawns? No, it's not going to be any good. The monsters there aren't very good. In nightmares and plague smiths and shit, they have terrible ratios. I don't know. I don't think those are ever viable. Far to the north. Okay, so there is another one here. So there is another one in Yalahar. Must have respawned like after we killed the hyena. Must have just respawned. Far to the northwest. Literally, we were in a lower level to the northwest. Easy. Okay, so it's like a cave route or some shit, right? Actually, cave route would be trivial. So this may be a slime. Maybe a slime. Maybe a something in the cemetery core. Maybe like a ghoul or a skeleton. Probably. Maybe like a mercury blob or some shit. Let's have a look. Lower level to the west. Lower level to the southwest. Okay, let me check in here. Yeah, it's here. There it is. Skeleton. Lesser spiritualist gem. Okay, it's something. It's something. It wouldn't have been a mutated human because it was easy. Mutated humans are medium. Okay, very far to the southeast. Hard. Rashomon. Oromond, maybe. Okay. Well, whilst I'm here, let me just kill those real quick. Corrupted skeletons. Don't have those in bestiary, so may as well quickly kill them. I think that's it, right? 3. Okay, let's check Rashomon. Yeah, so plan for this upcoming streams. We're obviously gonna have probably a stream on Monday when they publish the news, and then big streams on Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe we'll have one more stream before then. Maybe on like Sunday or something. Go in Warzone 9. Very far to the southeast, unknown. Could be it could be. I don't have Jungle Moa and Pardas, so it could be Maripur, one of those. Let's have a check. Also, Gnome Prana there, I think. So it's more likely to be Gnome Prana, but let's check Maripur. Far to the southwest. It could be like a Parda or something, right? Far to the southwest. Let's see if it's going to be on lower level. If it's lower level, then it's Gnome Prana, I think, right? It's going to be Gnome Prana. Let's just double check to be 100% sure. But yeah, it's going to be Gnome Prana. The question is, can I kill a Gnome Prana fiend? Nah, okay, it's definitely Gnome Prana. All right, fuck it. There was another hard one. There was a hard one that was southeast from Yalahar. It's not Rashomon. So let's check like Edron. Yeah, let's check Edron. Very far to the northeast. Hard. Bunak? No, that's Blue Valley. Okay. Let's check from Kralos where it sends me. Please don't say the Gin Gnome Prona. It's bugging my mind. Gnome Prona. Yeah, of course. It's the Polish in me. Sometimes it comes out. Sometimes it comes out. Of course, I shouldn't be saying the G. Very far to the north. The fuck is this? Ooh. What's this? Oh, this is the time travel dungeon, right? Yeah, I don't know what this is. Let's go Zao again. Really not sure what this fiend is. Hard. Very far to the east. Hard. Still very far to the east from here. What? What is this? Could it be a Savi? I don't. Could be a Savi. Something under here, probably. Maybe a Port Hope Flimsy. What's this here? Oh, that's the Pirates. Is Savi? Okay, let's check. Let's check Savi. Falcons? I don't think that's very far. I don't think so. That would be just far, I think. I think it's further. It's going to be something here or here. Yeah, maybe it's like a Crypt Warrior Sphinx under Isabi. Let's do 5 fiends. Let's kill 2 more. And then I gotta go. And then yeah, I'll probably see you on the weekend or something. Not very hyped right now. Not very hyped right now. It's Sipsoft. Got your shit out. Far to the southeast. Okay. Ooh, occupied sanctuary. All right, let me just double check that it's not a what's it? Bashmu. Let me just double check it's not a Bashmu, but otherwise I'm assuming it's Mitmars, right? Yeah, still far. Yeah, it's gonna be Mitmars, right? Lower level to the southeast. Lower level to the southeast. Okay. All right, it's gonna be Mitmars. All right. Of course, that can vary, but from past experience, how long would you expect them to take from launch of the test server to actually going live? So, kind of tricky today because they kind of tricky with this one because they said they may have that 3rd stage, right? The 2nd stage ends on the, did they say 13th? So I would expect the test server to either be live, the update to either be implemented on the 19th or the 26th of May. I think 26th of May is the absolute latest that they're going to implement it, even if there is a 3rd stage. I think 19th is possible. I hope not, because 19th is literally the date I'm going away on holiday for a few days. So I hope I don't get so unlucky that literally the day it's going to go live, I'm going away. It's possible, though. English is a stupidly nuanced language. Yep, for sure. I had the luck of learning it as a native, in the sense that I moved to the UK as a child, and I just learned it by, listening and talking to people. So I basically learned English in a way similar to how kids learn English, right? By just listening rather than being taught, right? I had some like English lessons in school and stuff, but let's be honest, it's kind of garbage, right? Not really all that useful. So yeah, I kind of had the opportunity to learn it almost basically like a native, which is why it works for me. I don't think you can ever really learn English well enough in school. Just in school, anyway. Did you say that you plan to stop playing the monk after the update? Yep. Because I don't think it's going to be all that exciting playing the monk. I've been playing the monk for the past year. I think that, people want to see other things. I want to play other things, right? All right, here we go. Here's this fiend. This is a good one if we manage to get a core here. We finally found it, dude. We finally found it. Here it is. Ixiapunach. Like all the other vocations are getting slightly more fun and exciting things. The monk gameplay is not really changing. Part of the rebalance. It's going to be better and stronger, but it's not going to be all that much more fun. That's all. Or not that much more exciting. Test servers on? Nope. Next week. All right, here we go. Come on. Lesser spiritualist gem. Another one. But again, no core. God damn it. All right. Very far. This is the last one we're going to do, by the way. This is the last one we're going to do. Very far to the northwest. So kind of like back in Yalahar direction now. Very far to the northeast from here. And very far to the northwest from Harvey. Could be like a Faroe seal one. Could be one in Faroe. Let's check Faroe. What happened with Hunt Analyzer? It was like rolling back the profit and stuff after 60 minutes. They just fixed it. It was broken for a couple of weeks. You really think English is nuanced? Well, of course it's nuanced. Every language is nuanced. Yeah, as far as languages go, English obviously is pretty easy. It's why it's become the go-to language. Not just because England and the UK ruled the world. It's also because it's actually quite an easy language to learn. But it definitely does have a little bit of nuance with pronunciation, you know? Like, for example, you know, the word read, right? Read in a book. And the past tense is spelled exactly the same, but you pronounce it differently. You pronounce it red, like the color red. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. Why? Right? You tell me that's not nuanced? It fucking is. Read, red. Why? Why? Lower level to the west. Ooh, Nightmare Isles. It would look like Nightmare Isles to me. All right. Record and record. Yeah, basically, right? That shit is nuanced, dude. I mean, yeah, of course, Poland has its own things, but they're all pronounced the same. The difficult thing with English is that you don't know how a word is pronounced just by reading it, right? In Polish, it's deterministic. If you see a word written down, it may be hard to pronounce, but if you know the language, you know how to pronounce it, right? The sounds always come out the same. In English, it's like, fuck it, YOLO, whatever. You guess. I hope you're good at guessing how to pronounce that word, dude, because there's no rules, bro. A sandstorm travels through the Rama, leading to an owl full of dead creatures inside a nightmare. Avoid it on Krachman tar pits. All right. Worcester sauce. Yeah, that's a good one. Worcester is Worcestershire, except it's pronounced Worcester. Yeah, lovely stuff. I know. All right. Let's get, this is a good one as well, by the way. Choking Fear and Retching Horror. If we get this one, it's good shit. I'm assuming it's one of those. Let's see. To the west. Okay, so I guess it's on the other side. Uh-oh. No. No. God damn it. I've just lost it by like 10 seconds. Fuck's sake. And it looks like this guy's hunting here. He's like just killing everything. I feel like he just got stumbled on that one by chance. I don't think he was fiend hunting. I think he's just doing like a bounty or something. Yeah. God damn it. Who's hunting on Nightmare Isles, dude? Level 900. Hunting Nightmare Isles. God damn. All right. Very far to the southeast. Oh, that's the known Prono one. What's it go to an upgraded Inferniac weapon? It's rending. Yeah, Crit is the best one. Most valuable. Yeah, for sure. He's botting. Reports him. Doubt it. Are you now on a test server? No. They said today that the test server is next week. Monday, Tuesday, the 5th of May. That's when the test server is. So no test server for another week, dude. I love that respawn. Nah. Maybe on an EK. On an EK, because it's kind of like nice boxes, right? There's like 8 monsters per little room. It's kind of okay on an EK. Kind of sucks on Monk, though. You can't run around. It's not very good. All right, let me get one more Fiend. I want to get 5 Fiends. Yes, he's not botting. I don't think so. I don't think they actually think he's botting. I think Loppermain is trolling a bit. Very far to the west, medium. Svargrand angle again, right? Yeah. Very far to the south. What? Is it medium? Okolnia, maybe? Frost Dragon, maybe? Sea Serpent? No. I think it could be, yeah, it could be Okolnia, maybe. Okolnia, Tursung. What would be medium and Tursung, though? There's just easy stuff there, no? Higher level to the south. Here we go. All right, this is the last one, boys. It's the last one. Assuming we get it. Still higher level to the south. Okay. Higher level to the south. Okay, is it going to be up here to the right? This one? Is there one here? Below you? Oh, here it is. Okay. I got confused there. Come on. Come on. Greater Sage Gem. All right. Never mind. Never mind. That's 5 fiends. Nothing good today. Nothing good. A bit of a waste of time. We got a couple of lesser spiritualist gems, but oh well. All right, I'm going to call it. If anybody has any spare Prime subs, I will happily take them and be very thankful, as always, if you have any going. If not, no worries. Let me find somebody to raid on Twitch. Let's see who's streaming. Fiery Soul is streaming, so of course we'll probably go to Fiery. Yeah, let's go to Fiery, of course. What he's up to. I mean, he's AFK right now. Doesn't matter. We can go there. Thanks for the stream. No problem, Passig. Yeah, the plan for the next few days, we'll probably have a stream on Saturday evening, maybe. Saturday evening, maybe I'll see you all. And then we're just going to wait for the test server stuff, you know? All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll probably see you at some point this weekend. And then next week, big streams. I'm going to be taking time off work for the test server. So definitely Tuesday morning, you have to be here. I'm going to be breaking down all the test server changes, all the Vocation rebalance stuff. Hope to see you then. Definitely. Maybe see you at some point on this weekend too. Yes, I agree, Sudcast. I agree. It is what it is. Anyway, let's raid out to Fiery Soul. So thanks for watching, everybody. On Twitch, we're going to raid out to Fiery Soul. On Kick and YouTube, I'm just going to end this stream. So yeah, thank you, everybody. And see you all next time. Bye-bye.